much for joining me today. My name is Stephanie and I'll be your yoga teacher for today. Today is day 6. Today's flow is going to be all about our inside core, trying to get us fired up from the inside out. We're going to start laying on our backs. So go ahead and meet me on your mat in your most beautiful Shavasana. So legs are out long towards the outside edges of the bottom of the mat. We come down slowly, palms face up, head drops back, tuck those shoulders, put that big old grin on your face, and begin to drop in. So right now, what is going on? How are you feeling today? Take a couple nice deep inhales and exhales here. I'm going to start by just pulling those legs into the chest. So go ahead and hug those knees in. When we do this, this is stretching all down our backs, stretches in our hips, hip flexors. Could even feel this in the hamstrings maybe, the back of the thighs. And just slowly begin to rock left and right here. It takes core work to be able to pull our legs into our chest. It also takes our core to rock left and right and front and back. So while we do get spinal massages from these rocking and rolling on our backs, it also builds muscle in a more playful way. And of course, we are here to be more light, more playful, not taking ourselves or our thoughts so seriously. Now begin to rock up and down. So you may come all the way up to a seated and then come all the way down. Your legs may fall behind you like a sort of a plow position. So just have some fun here, seeing how this feels, how it makes you feel after you do it a few times. Day 6. You showed up for yourself almost a whole week in a row now. Kudos to you. You should definitely give yourself a big old pat on the back. I love these. I really love to do anything that's going to make us feel playful. So on your last one, on your exhale, when you come on down to your back, go and put those legs up towards the sky or the ceiling. You can take your hands behind your head, and we're just going to be holding this just like this. Okay, you can have a gentle bend in your knees. There's no reason to have them up straight. We're working through the core here, not necessarily through the flexibility of our hamstrings. It takes a lot of core to hold our legs up. It's just not an easy position. However, this is one of those positions that gives your heart a little break because your blood's not having to pump all the way up to your toes. And this is okay for a little while. We're not cutting the circulation off. We are only slowing it. I used to challenge myself to 5 minutes with my legs held up against a wall, not just like this, because I was trying to focus more on my heart having a break than my core being engaged. But what I found was that even with my legs up against the wall, as my core was still firing up. And after a little while, you could feel my core muscles firing up. So then I got away from the wall, and I'm able to probably hold my legs up here for, I've never really tried it, but I bet I could hold them up for over 10 minutes. Because this is very comfortable. And I know the benefits that my body gets from maintaining this position. It's not necessarily an active position, but it is, because you have to have your core engaged to have your feet up. My goal was for us to hold this for over 2 minutes, and I think that we will be able to do that. After this, we're going to do bicycles, but we're only going to lift the top part of our body. So instead of getting our legs in the action, we're just going to lift ourselves up, and then we're going to go right to left, only moving the upper body, working these side obliques. Hands can be interlaced behind our head. So let's just do 20 of these, okay? So it looks like this. You're not coming to the knee. You've got your head and your chest lifted, and we're just going to one side and then the other, however far. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Beautiful. Hug those knees. Give yourself a little rest here. Maybe rock side to side or up and down again. Next, we're doing bicycles. So we're going to get the legs in on the action this time. So go ahead and release those hands behind that head. And go ahead and put those shins parallel to the sky. And obviously bicycles, we're bringing in both at the same time. And we're going to do 10 of these. So that's 5 for each side. And then raise up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Hug those knees. And next we are going to do leg lifts. I'm going to do 10 of these slowly. I got told by a private yoga student the other day that this was like torture because of how slow we were doing them. Power comes from the slow, controlled movements. Okay? So we are going to do these slow, and I would love it if you would go with me with my count. We're only going to do 10 of them, okay? So we got our legs up and lower. Back up for 1. Lower. Back up 2. Lower. Back up for 3. Lower. Back up for 4. Lower. Back up for 5. Lower. Back up for 6. Lower. Back up for 7. Lower. Back up for 8. Lower. Back up for 9. Lower. One more. You got this. And back up for 10. Go ahead and hug those knees in. take you a little rock left or right. Or you can put the feet on the mat and windshield left to right. Very good. Okay. Now we're going to come over onto all fours. Find our most beautiful all fours position. So our hips are over our knees. Our shoulders are over our wrist. Neutral spine here. And on our inhale, we're going to drop that belly and lift our chest up. Little cow position here. And exhale. Round through that spine. Cat. Inhale. Lift that chest. And exhale, round. Inhale, come through and lift that chest up. And exhale, around through that spine. Very nice. Come on back to our neutral all fours position here. Go ahead and send that right arm out, left leg back. Find your balance here. We're going to do our elbow to our knees 10 times. If you fall, it's okay. We'll come back into it and we'll crunch for 1 and out. 2, out. 3, out. 4, out. 5, out. 6, out. 7, out. 8, out. 9, out. One more. 10, out. Beautiful. Release. Okay, let's go ahead and go straight to the other side. Left hand out long, right leg back. Find your balance here. And do the same crunching motion. So in for 1, out. In for 2, out. In for 3, out. In for 4, out. In for 5, out. In for 6, out. In for 7, out. In for 8, out. 9, out. In for 10, one more. And release. Beautiful. I'm going to sit back on those toes for just a second. Take a little rest. If you want child's pose, you can go ahead and come into our child's pose here. Just take a nice deep inhale and exhale. All right. We're going to come on down to our backs for a minute. One more of these core exercises. This is my favorite. And it's probably one of the harder things I've done for my core. All right, so if you've flown with me before, I'm sure you know what's coming. Legs up, hands behind our head. We can interlace them and go ahead and find our Kali Mudra here. It's destructive, okay? It means that we are destructing through the negative thoughts, saying we cannot do this. That's what we're going to use it for here today. So when we rise up, we're going to drop down our left leg, rise up to the left. We're going to fall all the way back, keeping our legs the way they are, and then come up to the other side. Falling back down, and that's 1, okay? We're going to do 10 of these, so it's only 5 on each side. Not a big deal. Okay, let's go and get ready. We're going to drop the left leg first. So we're going to come up, down, and up. 1. Up, down, and up. 2. Up, down, up, down. That's 3. Up, down, up, down. That's 4. 8, up, down, up, down, 9, one more, come on, we got this, up, down, up. Hug those knees in, you're a rock star, baby. Go ahead and rock up and down on the spine. And we're gonna rock up into a yogi squat. So go ahead and take those legs to the outside edges of the mat. We're gonna come on down for a yogi squat here. Press those elbows on the outside or the inside of those knees. Take a couple nice relaxing deep breaths here. Consciously aware of all of that core fire we just built up there. I'm sure you're feeling it. We are about to play with crow. Crow takes lots of core. It definitely takes your shoulders to hold you up, but from personal experience, the core will get you there before your shoulders will have you there. So we're able to lift ourselves and keep ourselves more lifted through our core instead of dumping into our shoulders. Fun way to get to crow is from yogi squat, which is precisely why I've brought us here. So one of the fun ways to play with crow is to go and put your hands in front of you. So we got our feet already in this wide-legged position. We can come up on our toes here. Now a lot of people, when we're in yogi squat, their heels are up anyways. So you've got an added benefit. You're already one step closer because the heels are lifted. So next we just play with how this feels to rock. So we're just coming forward and allowing that pressure to be all in our wrists and our shoulders and our hands here. Especially when you come forward, you're going to feel your hands wanting to grip the mat to keep you from falling forward. Okay, one more offering is the block or couch. A lot of people find comfort with the couch. You can just go right up against that couch, but if you feel like you're gonna fall forward too far, put the block in front of you and it will stop you from going too far forward. Okay, this is just one way to do crow. I'm gonna do it from this side so you can see me playing this. Now from my yogi squat, hands down, come forward, okay? This is an accessible way for people to do crow, okay? Another way to come into it is from standing here. And we're gonna put our knees on the back of our elbows here. And it's the same thing. We can feel this forehead really wanting to come forward, which is fine. But just play with lifting one foot off and then maybe trying both. Still breathing. If you want to take it a little further, we can try to put our knees more on the upper arms. Still breathing. Just getting in a little play time here. I think it's always fun to play with crow after we've gotten our core really engaged, because that's what we need to lift ourselves up. So yeah, just have some fun playing around, seeing how it's going. If you're not in a crow and you want child's pose, please go ahead and come there. Beautiful. Once you're done playing, we're just going to come on down to a nice seated position here. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Go ahead and bring your awareness to your breath here. Close those eyes down. We're going to take a short meditation here. Now that we've gotten our bodies all warm and worked up, we're going to try to settle our minds. Go ahead and drop on into how we are feeling, focusing on our breath, not on the thoughts. Don't you invite them thoughts in for tea, you let them go. Slowly bring in the awareness back to our bodies here. Thank you so much for showing up and flowing with me today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you back on the mat tomorrow for day 7. Namaste.